I'm Justin McRoberts, and you are listening to the Title Pending audio series, a collection of readings focused on moments in my own creative history that I hope shed an inspired light on yours. Chapter 5, Don't Lose the Details in the Big Idea. Roughly 300 feet east of Mount Diablo's Eagle Peak is a trail that doesn't show up on any maps. Lightly traveled by very few hikers over the years, I would have likely never seen the trail had it not been pointed out to me by a more seasoned and attentive hiker. The trail leads to the mouth of an abandoned mine, the depths of which I have never reached, mostly because I don't want to become one of those news stories about a hiker found alive after years of eating bugs and mud at the bottom of an abandoned mine he shouldn't have been in the first place. But knowing where that mine is, as well as the trail that leads to it, makes that hike more intriguing. It's a detail, and a peripheral one at that, but it adds an element of mystery and wonder to my experience of the mountain. At the very end of Pearl Jam's hit song Daughter, the drum track delicately vanishes, the bass track disappears, and Vedder's signature vocals are long gone. All that remains are two guitar parts playing single note patterns and a beat. But the beat isn't played on a kit, nor is it played on a djembe or congas. Instead, drummer Dave Abruzzese is playing the beat on his lap. What was a hi-hat, kick, and snare has been replaced by the sound of a foot hitting the floor and a hand slapping a thigh. It's just a detail, and it's a small detail at that, but it's magical, and I think it makes the song. The band could have ended the song where more traditional instrumentation faded out, and none of their listeners would have known the difference. But they went out of their way to highlight an otherwise peripheral element, like I have to go out of my way and off the main trail to find that mine on Mount Diablo. The drummer's choice made a very human song about a very human topic end on a very human note, and I don't believe for a minute that a detail like that didn't go a long way toward making that song the enormous hit it was, even if most folks who listened didn't notice exactly what was going on. Somewhere in California's past, women and men paid enough attention to the details to find gold in them Thar Hills. Indeed, there are always precious and valuable nuggets in the hidden places along the dusty trail. But if I'm entirely focused on making progress or getting this done and just peaking the hill, I'll never notice those nuggets. And one lesson that Seurat taught with his work, intentionally or not, is that those tiny moments, those small marks, aren't incidental. They can be the magical element that makes a decent piece better or a good piece great. So work slowly enough to see the gold nuggets and be certain that they find their proper place in the big idea. The details matter. They actually make the big idea bigger and better. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Title Pending audio series. If you've enjoyed listening and you'd like to take another step or two in the direction of your own creative process, navigate your way to yourcreativeprocess.info. And there you'll find an online course I've designed for you.